Wow. I'm dropping stuff now. Wow. Well, the final boss time. Should I go unlock some skills first? Let's on the world map. No, I think I will. I think that's exactly what I'll do. I should still have infinite SP activated and stuff. Well, time for a smidge of doing things here. I wonder if I should turn off the in-game music and play custom tunes, because this might take a little bit. It's honestly kind of annoying. Because when I looked into how to cheese these thingamabobs, knowing how crazy the Fell Xenologue DLC gets, I just wanted to find out how can I cheese these, you know? And apparently the answer on 5 was just kill Nil with, you know, chain attacks and cross-map attacks before he can get too crazy, and that worked. And apparently, on the next one, Reprisal is the way to go, because the Dudo they have to defeat is, like, right next to you, kind of like Sombron in the main game, but it's just, like, really tough. So I assume that, you know, you have to do something around the map to take them out, but if you just Reprisal things, then you might be able to do, like, some super crazy stuff. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and... Should I turn on the Epic Stream playlist like we were using before? Let's see here. Which one was I using here? Yeah. Do we want to tune into this some more? Like when we were doing battle stuff? Sure. What theme do we want to select here first? How about this Kamek Super Metroid remix? That's what we can do. And then we'll put it on shuffle. And stuff. Yeah! For grinding, it's lagging. Oh yeah, maybe I should pause the stream manager. Because didn't that help last time? Alright, well, it's on shuffle. Alright, time for grinding. And by grinding, I mean literally using Cheaty Peach strats to get all the skills that I want. But just the game itself being so dang slow that it's still worth putting on custom music because we're going to be here a little while. But it sounds like I should get Reprisal on a bunch of units. Is what it kind of sounds like. So, no, not standard. No. What emblems am I leveled up with? Just those few missing? Okay, that's fine. I was like, I'm gonna level up with all, but then I realized how annoying it was, and then I stopped doing it. So who all am I gonna bring? Oh, should I have seen how many units I could bring first? I don't know. I'll bring my strongest ones for sure. So, the ones that can do big damage would be like, Holocrest, hey, how you doing, man? Time to level up a whole bunch of duos with Veronica. And maybe a Roy. Because then I can, then I can attack the final boss. Have him, you know, whittle down my health a whole lot, and then have Reprisal kick in. You know, I don't know how I'm gonna lower my health otherwise. It's not like I'll be able to do so with flames. Like, I don't know how long he's gonna stick around at the beginning. So, you know, I'll just try to play it safe and, you know, do it as fast as I can. This is what I think I'll do. Like, if I can one-turn it, then great. Oh, if I do go through with this, and, you know, if I do manage to cheese it over, there is a chance we might not be able to listen to the final boss music in its entirety. If I do manage to successfully pull it off. Should we listen to a little bit of the final boss theme then, because it slaps? I've heard it. Like, I went through the soundtrack of this shortly after this DLC came out, and it was pretty good. Here, let's let this theme play out, and then we'll play it just in case we don't get to listen to it later. Just in case. We'll listen to it a smidge. You know. Just so that we can, take in how much it slaps. You know. Also, this slaps pretty hard, too. Not gonna lie. It's pretty good there. Yeah, so this just kind of takes a while.
It's me, the Brodian prince who...
So, you know, as I was doing this, I was just, like, watching YouTube on the side and stuff.
I'll play with you.
For, like, several hours this took me. Of, like, the many hours in this, file, probably at least 3 are just doing this. It's so dumb. Why does this game have to be so slow? Why can't I just level all the way up to 20? Right at the beginning there. So the music is double good as you're playing Tears of the Kingdom on the side. Oh, nice. So getting some epic tunes with that. Getting some cool thingamabobs there. That's some epic music that we could play as the final boss theme of that game. I only just recently beat it myself. And I was like, oh, this final boss theme? That's pretty good, you know? But right now, why the hell is there a sandstorm again? Yeah, it makes it a little bit annoying to get through. It's a little bit irksome. Wait, do I need to go all the way to 20? I'm pretty sure Reprisal Plus is in the last 5, right? Yeah, sorry, we're not seeing the conversation. Yeah, Reprisal Plus. There it is. Alright, so I think a whole bunch of units are gonna need to level up with Veronica and Roy. The case for the sake of holdout. You know, so we live. So yeah, we might be here a little while.
Compared to Diamond.
Yeah, this is why I usually do this on my own time, but I'm gonna leave Gerudo for the end, but you're doing the Gorons as the finals, as they're your favorite. Nice. Saving your favorite for last then. Also, think about the Switch. Because of the format that I'm playing this on, I could pop my actual Switch in and we could grind in something else while we're doing this. There's Octopath 2 that I think I'm basically set up for with Final Boss rematch. What if while this is going on, I just reattempt the final boss in Octopath Traveler 2 with a slightly different setup? I'll probably just do it at Fragapalooza with Kuzma. That's what I set up for. Is there any other game that I can play on the side here?
I'm looking forward to this.
I could play some Tears of the Kingdom, actually. I'm wandering around Gerudo today. So I was making some progress on it. For some reason, my memory's getting maxed out. I'm running, what, 32 gigs of RAM in this machine? I'm hitting like 100%. Most of it is from Firefox, probably because I have like a bazillion tabs open. So that's screwing with things. I should really close my tabs here at some point. I have a lot. According to Task Manager, it's 79 by Firefox. I don't know if that's the number of tabs. But yeah, let's see here. All right, I'm going to pause that now. Yeah, is Tears of the Kingdom final boss at least better than Breath of the Wild? So not any details, but is it better? I would say so. I would say yes, at least. Yeah, let's listen to the final boss theme of this video game right here. I had it open in another tab because I was listening to it earlier today because it slaps. Let's listen to it. This is a bit too loud. Ah! Alright, I'm gonna turn it down a little smidge here. Okay. I would say that there's still a lot of room. Okay, I gotta turn this down a smidge more. I would say that there's still definitely room for improvement in the final boss, but it's better. That's perfect volume. Oh, maybe I should have left it at the notch it was at before. Hold on. We can wait this out here. Hold on. Have it semi-high then. Here we go, like this. Like that. And we can jam out. Yeah. Alright, skip this. Like, it's pretty cool. It's pretty neato. Wait, do I need to do the final one for a holdout plus? Do I need to do that? Because, yeah, I would like holdout on some... Yeah, I do need to. Well, that's annoying. Oh, man. Isn't it? It gets better. It gets so much better.
But I must try.
This is just like the, filler in between. There, and then it goes hard. And it's playing the theme that's persisted throughout this, DLC. I love when games reuse leitmotifs, and this is like a theme that's been playing throughout the DLC. It's so cool. I really like it. You can also get Weapon Sync Plus on some Budos. But I mean, if I'm going with Holdout plus Reprisal, yeah, absolutely. Who else am I for sure gonna want to bring? So Saline, you're alright max with Roy there, and Veronica. Nice. I love it so much. I mean, who's gonna be hitting the hardest here? Yeah, so I can bring you along and you're already max with Roy. So let's see here. Yeah! Isn't it awesome? Like one of my favorite things. So good.
I'm Veronica.
Yeah, there's that tune.
I'll play with you.
So good.
Thank you for sparring with me.
I love it. I mean, the main game final boss theme of this game already slapped, but this is pretty darn good too. I certainly approve. So on the Rito part in Tears of the Kingdom, a lot of smidge of Rivali's theme around the place. Oh yeah. There's a smidge of that. I'm fairly certain it plays in the Colgera boss, if I recall. I know I recognize some tunes around there. I know that during the Colgera boss, there's also a little smidge of Dragon Roost as well, right? I think. I don't know. I'm gonna need to re-listen at some point. But I remember thinking that the, out of the 4 areas in Tears of the Kingdom, I think the Rito one was my favorite for the music there. And Colgera is probably my favorite boss theme after the final boss theme. Okay, interesting. Yeah. I probably noticed that and then completely forgot, knowing me. Most likely, there's a good chance. There is certainly a good chance of it. It'd probably be faster to just go from the top rather than cycling along the bottom. Maybe. Oh.
I won't go easy on you just because we're allies.
I won't go easy on you just because we're
Veronica.
allies.
I welcome you.
Yeah, I need your skills.
Thank you for sparring with me.
I love it when final boss teams have really calm parts. When they take a little bit of a break from the epicness and they go into calm. So good. Like Zora's reaching mechanically, but the boss was a complete joke. Yeah, why is it that the that the area where we go do battle against a boss with the help of the world's sexiest fish, we need to face the freaking derpy little Muktarok. You know,
I'm Tiamat.
and +3 attack armor and super high damage weapon. Oh, so you just, you know, really Shrek to the Muktarok then. In that case. Alright.
Sparring with
I wish I could skip from the beginning rather than just when the battle actually starts there. Pro Lazarus single round. Amazing. Alright. Yeah, there's that Fire Emblem tune. The series leitmotif in the mix, which is really cool. Alright, who else am I bringing for sure? Veil, but I don't know if I'm gonna be doing damage with Veil per se. I mean, I can unlock this just because, I guess. What I can do. Well, I can do it. Jim, because you love the low gravity puzzle of clearing mud to reveal stuff. Yeah, that was pretty neat there. I was kind of ticked off at it because I had to go through things a second time because I grabbed the Zora tunic thinking like, oh, this is what's gonna get me up to that thing at the top that's spewing all that sludge. So I got the Zora tunic, and then what's her face is like, oh yeah, you can use it to climb waterfalls, just not the sludge ones. You can't climb the shit ones. I was like, man, what the heck? Am I supposed to find my own way up there? So I used a balloon and rewind to jank my way all the way up there. And I cleared all the stuff leading up to the dungeon. And I tried to start, I interacted with the thing and it didn't let me. I was like, wait, did I do something wrong? Yeah, because I didn't have Sidon. So I needed to trek back down, get Sidon, bring him up there after doing the thing that unlocks the teleport thing up there, finding out I didn't need to balloon and rewind. Ah! But that's a fun part about games like that, you know, is that everyone's adventure is going to be a little bit different. You know, that's what kind of makes it special. So, I mean, that was what happened to me. Oh, man, it was pretty funny. And then another thing that kind of ticks me off is when I progressed far enough in the story that the game told me where the final boss was, I realized that I had already been there and I thought it was a dead end because I was blind and I wasn't looking hard enough. I needed to look around a little bit more when I was there, but I thought it was a dead end. I didn't see any other path. But then the game was like, oh yeah, the final boss, he's here if you want to go fight him. I was like, what? I went there, I looked around more, and I was like, oh, I just need to look around a little bit more, and there's a path here, man. So I could have encountered the final boss a whole lot earlier, and I eliminated that part of the map from my search because I'd been there and I thought it was a dead end. Oh, so sad. Tears of the Kingdom was a wacky time. I had a lot of fun with that game, though. Just like Breath of the Wild, I had plenty of things that I could complain with about it. But overall, that was one dang fine video game, you know? And I think I enjoy it more than, you know, the stress that I'm experiencing with this video game right here, you know? The lengths that I need to go to jank this over, to not have to deal with the awful map design this game is throwing at me. Oh, man. So that's the sequence break your friend told you about in the Zora Reach. You just remembered that it did something like that as well. We'll jump straight into the final boss at the very start of the game because of your curious ass. I kind of spoiled the fun because he told you not to go. Oh. Yeah, I was somehow, despite being a content creator, being on YouTube a whole lot, and just like the online sphere, I somehow managed to stay spoiler-free throughout the whole thingamabob about stuff like that. And I'm continuing to, you know, speak about this spoiler-free because I'm sure there's plenty of other people that still haven't beaten it yet. You know, there's a long game with lots of stuff to do if you want, or it can be a short game if you want it to be. It can be whatever length you want, you know, is the case. But I'm kind of impressed by myself being able to avoid that. But I'm so mad at myself for thinking that it was a dead end at one place. Tears of the Kingdom, we have 2 complaints as of the moment. All of that too. Alright, the music's done. I think my key things are just like, once again, you're not really moving much of a story forward in the present. You are doing it more so than in Breath of the Wild. But once again, just like Breath of the Wild, you're just hearing about a story that already happened rather than moving like a big important one forward yourself, which is like, man, I was hoping that would be done away with. There's that. The world music generally feeling kind of empty. And then probably the next biggest thing is just like when you go to fuse something onto like an arrow or you're going to throw something like an item, the fact that you have like just the one single row selection across every single item. So it's like, all right, let's hold the throw button, hit the item, and then scroll all the way across over the next 3 years. Oh, did I go past the thing that I need time to go all the way back? You know, or something. Sucks. Let's listen to some of my favorite final boss themes. How about? is what we'll do. How about Astral Chain final boss theme? I love this one. Astral Chain, Noah Prime, OST. This theme slaps. This is awesome. This one here is only 2 minutes 30 seconds long. No, whatever. I'll click it. This one's so good. Whoops, that's not who I was doing stuff with. Gosh dang it! Now who was I on? I don't even remember anymore. Man, that was on Marin. Okay. All right. But yeah, let's see here. Why the hell the ability wheel gives you access to the sage powers? How what? Because you're gonna send it horribly. I want to let you access the sage powers through the wheel. That would have been really nice instead of running up to them and having to press A, or like you're trying to pick up some items and you spam A around them, and then all of a sudden you've blasted Yunobo into your items. You've sent it away with Tulin and stuff. And it's just like, well, I guess I'm not getting those items. You know, it would have made so much more sense through the wheel. Like Tulin having A in the air, that's nice. Like, gosh dang it, I was one off there. Being able to hit A in the air for Tulin's thing is nice. But the other ones, having to go up to them and do that, it really should be a wheel. Like, have one wheel for, like, your Ultra Hand and other related abilities, like, currently. And then have a... Oh, is there any other bumper to assign it to? Because ours throw. I don't know. But yeah, if you experience a weird problem, sometimes when entering gyroscope action, the game like forgets to activate the gyroscope. Oh, I don't think I've had that happen to me. Gotta tilt the R stick to make it remember that you want to aim with your controller. Huh, odd. I don't know if I've run into that. I don't know about that. Wait, can I poison him? Stuff?
It's that mysterious
Yeah.
wanderer, Yunobo.
But I mean, there's only one spot taken by the map button. You wouldn't be able to access, like, all of the various sage abilities. There's just one spot, you know? Press Y is what? Might as well have the map in the wheel. I feel like it's like a Pokemon Scarlet and Violet mini-map situation where if you, in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, there's a little sub-menu within the map screen that gives you 3 options, one of which is just to go back to the map. Like, there's a map button in the sub-menu of the map, when you can just press B to exit the sub-menu and do that, which I feel like was done just to make it seem like there's more things than there actually is. Maybe they did that in Tears of the Kingdom, or maybe they did that just for it to be, like, even and stuff like that, have, like, the good, even balance.
I'll put on a show
It would have been
for you.
cool to have, you know, the,
I'm
not champion
Veronica.
abilities, the companion abilities,
I'll
but,
play with you.
you know, it,
Hey, I
you need
actually
more spots.
won.
You need, like, a separate wheel or something like that. So the game is really hard through the middle, but getting your ass absolutely wrecked a lot of the times. Only 2 sages and you're already seeing silver enemies. Have you been fighting a lot of things to increase your internal level? If the game still works like it did in Breath of the Wild. What are some other my favorite final boss themes here? Oh, there's Octopath Traveler 2 that I recently beat. Final boss theme of that slapped. Octopath Traveler 2 final boss OST. This final boss theme was so good. Yeah. Let's see here. Is there just a shorter version here? Journey for Everything Ends? No, not that there. Let's do Deny That On. Here's a 6-minute one. Yeah, let's do this one. So good. So I only just beat it recently. I mean, I've heard this theme before that point because, you know, I listened to the OST of that game. But actually hearing this in-game, I love the orchestral rock of Octopath Traveler.
You better be careful.
So epic.
I am
But yeah,
Veronica.
the XP system of maybe it's that. Yeah, maybe you've been playing a lot of duos, getting into fights really often just because you could. So maybe it's that? Maybe, I don't know. Mayhap. So you killed a white Lionel, nice. Slightly quiet. Come on. 1 tap higher. There we go. Jam out. Love me some orchestral rock. Earlier today, I was listening through Octopath Traveler themes while I was working, and I started re-listening to some of the Champions of the Continent themes. Nope. Maybe we'll listen to some of that.
I'm
But yeah,
Veronica.
their fights have to be one-hit wonders though, have to do like massive damage then.
Hey, I actually won.
I won! But yeah. Yeah, I only unlocked 1 Great Fairy in my playthrough. Probably be important to unlock some more there. Was the case. I never felt all that important to upgrade my armor, except maybe in the Gerudo dungeon boss. Like, that one, I don't know what it is with both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, just having the Gerudo one be the hardest hitting boss by a lot, able to do the most damage. But my god, it's very scary. Sure, I can give you the option too. You already are maxed out with Roy anyway, so. But yeah.
Sophia,
Night
got
of
your
Red
ass
Light.
on the open and they just one-shot you. Yeah,
I welcome you.
definitely something to be a little bit worried about there.
Try again.
Oh no, I lost, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter there. Alright, yeah, level up the things. You would think, I have the bond fragments, you should be able to do this quickly. It doesn't even remember the... It's funny, it remembers what emblem you were on if you select the same person again, but it doesn't remember what the person that you were on. You have to manually navigate to them again. And if you select someone else first and then select the one that you were on before, it resets back to Marth. It's so annoying. Aside from the technical problem, the wheel thingy, not really having any complaints for now. The most common one that I've seen is the throwing or fusing thing, just like the super long row menu there. Is that not one? Because that's the one that I see like everyone complain about, you know. This music's so good for a final battle theme. I love it. So dang good. I think like 400 hours into Breath of the Wild, every shrine completed all the DLCs, so yeah, you like these games? Yeah, I did every shrine in Breath of the Wild as well, before I was a content creator. I did a master mode playthrough on this channel where I did like 100 plus of the shrines, not quite all of them. I said I was gonna do them all before Tears of the Kingdom came out, but I didn't have the time. But my goal was to, you know, beat as many shrines in unintentional ways as possible. So on my channel playthrough, I took the time to learn how to break the game in two. Like, I don't speedrun any games, but if I did have to speedrun one, I'd already have like a good starting point for Breath of the Wild, because I know how to break the engine in two. It was so fun. I was so sad that they patched out like all the fun glitches in Tears of the Kingdom. I know there's new fun glitches now, but come on. I so miss being able to just like extended shield clip through basically any wall that I want ever. Like that was how I janked over most shrines in Breath of the Wild. So sad, man. All right, who's next? Yeah, Tamara here. This is what we can do. Sure. Super long row is a bit annoying, but at least you can sort things by recently used most powerful as shit. What you should be able to do is favorite them, and then have all your favorites at the top. In my opinion there. That'd be great. Because what if there's something that you do want quick access to, but you don't use a lot? But yeah, only trick you do in Breath of the Wild was bouncing on enemies' head. Can only do that one, not even wind bombing. Wind bombing I couldn't do consistently. I was a little bit better at bullet time bouncing, but still not great at that either. I usually wouldn't go for it unless, you know, I really, really needed to. I would usually try to wind bomb, or there was even some glitches that were discovered later on into my playthrough that could get a bit faster. Like, I forget what it's called, but like the weird bomb lift smuggling thing, which you technically don't even need to do with a bomb, it's just most convenient with a bomb. Where you do that with the controller back and forth and you gain speed, and as long as you don't reset the stick back to the neutral position, you won't fall, you'll just keep your elevation. That one, I don't know what it's called, but that glitch there, that one was so good. Too bad, I think it was only discovered like towards the end of my Tears of the Kingdom playthrough. I mean Breath of the Wild playthrough. Fairly certain. That's such a fun one. Love that glitch. Yeah, did bullet bouncing just for the fun. Yeah, no direction in mind, don't know where it's gonna send you. Just launch somewhere. You know, like soaring through the entire map in 0.2 seconds. Oh yeah, it could be pretty fun there. When it comes to Breath of the Wild glitches, one of my favorite things to do before COVID hit, and a little bit after COVID was done, but it's not as common anymore to see them around, is a lot of stores would have like in-store demos of the Switch, and Breath of the Wild would be one of the in-store demos that you could play like the first 10 minutes or something of. Unfortunately, you can't skip the opening cutscenes, which play out mandatorily even in the demo. So if you want to play an in-store demo of Breath of the Wild, you have to sit through like 1 to 2 minutes of cutscenes at the beginning. It's really annoying. But I do that, I'd clip Link out of bounds, and then I would press the home menu button and just pause it so that, you know, the timer would keep going. So then the next person that tries the in-store demo Switch and then presses A on Breath of the Wild would just see Link out of bounds and they just think the game is completely broken. I used to do that because it just cracked me up. Are you maxed with the Roy? Nah. I guess I'll get Hold Out here. I guess I will. Did I play Age of Calamity? Yes, I have beaten all 3 of the Breath of the Wild trilogy. I have a full playlist of all of them done on the channel. I'd love to even 100% it and bought the DLCs. I really like some aspects, I really dislike some other aspects. There's a video I see on my channel about like my favorite and least favorite aspects of Age of Calamity. My favorite being like the leitmotifs and the music. Least favorite being the way that it handled progression compared to the original Hyrule Warriors with like the adventure maps. In the adventure maps in Hyrule Warriors, you would have this clear visual. Here's all the levels, here's all your rankings for all of them, the items that you've collected that are, or the items that you haven't collected still remaining on the map. And it was just really satisfying, like filling up this board and these tiles. Like your progression would be quantified. You would know exactly what to do there. Like you'd be able to clearly visualize it, and you'd know clearly what each thing results in. Like clear this map and then you unlock these ones. In Age of Calamity, it was just, here's all these missions all across the map. Are they going to unlock more missions? Who knows? You have to try it and find out. And it only really marks whether you've done them or not. I guess there isn't really much in the way of other rewards for them. But still, it just wasn't as satisfying as watching me, like, slowly build a path for myself through the adventure map. You know, seeing that progress clearly laid out in front of me and being able to take pride in, look how far I've come, and clearly visualize this is how much I have left. In Age of Calamity, it was just a mystery, so it wasn't as satisfying, so I didn't really, you know, get the same amount of enjoyment and satisfaction, despite gameplay-wise it being just a better video game, mostly. I wasn't a big fan of the weapon forging system either. I mean, it wasn't good in the original Hyrule Warriors anyway. But, like, the progression of the original Hyrule Warriors with, like, the adventure maps was just so addicting and satisfying and amazing. Like, I dumped so many hundreds of hours into that before I was a content creator, just filling up the adventure maps, just because it was so satisfying to watch it be done. In Age of Calamity, turning the Orge icons to blue, I just couldn't get behind it as much, so I didn't feel as compelled there. But, like, story-wise and music-wise, it was friggin' amazing. You know what? Let's turn that on for our next final boss theme. Let's see here. Age of Calamity. I believe it's Crescendo. Was Phase 2 the best one? I think it's Phase 2 is the best one, even though it goes up until, like, Phase 4. I think Crescendo Phase 2 is, like, the really nice one. I mean, they're all really nice. Yeah. Yeah! Who was I on? Tamara? I was on Tamara here. Okay, yeah, Phase 2 is the banger. Heck yeah. But yeah, let's see here. But yeah, you watch it while you're drawing and shit. Nice. Age of Calamity just absolutely loved the gameplay. Much more defined than Hyrule was. Oh yeah. Like, without a doubt. I would not debate that at all. It was fantastic. You know, like the original Hyrule Warriors, you liked it but didn't really care about the map stuff. Yeah, that's fair enough if you didn't really engage with the adventure map. I was one of the few maniacs that actually 100%ed the original Wii U version before DLC. Like, after the DLC came out, it was a bit much. I made some progress, but not a lot. And the original adventure map, while it's a lot easier in, you know, the 3DS version and the Switch version, it's a lot harder in the Wii U version, because in the Wii U version, that's all there was originally, so they expect you to be close to max level by the final levels, whereas there's not that expectation in, like, the 3DS and Switch versions, because they know that there's more adventure maps to get to, so they, you know, change the required level a little bit. So, like, if you wanted to 100% the first adventure map in the 3DS or Switch versions, it's a lot easier. If you want to do it in the Wii U version, it takes a massive ton of grinding, so I take pride in having completed that. Also, minor note about Hyrule Warriors. Can I just say how dissatisfying the 3DS version was? Because in the Wii U and Switch version, you see the entire adventure map and your entire progress. In the 3DS version, you only see, like, a few tiles around you, and that's it. You never get the full thing. It's like, man, I can't look at my overall progress and take pride in it. Are you kidding me? So I didn't feel as compelled within, you know, the 3DS version. And that was something that really irked me about the 3DS version. Just show me the whole map. I want to see my progress and stuff. I can't believe I bought that game 3 times. If I had known it was going to release on the Switch, I wouldn't have bought it on the 3DS. Damn it. Alright. You're alright, Max, with those characters. Ooh. This could be spicy there, maybe. Or maybe I'll just go with Axe Power. I don't know. But yeah, let's see here. Didn't care about the map stuff because it was just overwhelming seeing how much there was. Oh yeah, it is a lot, you know. But before you got the hang of it pretty quickly and started to build pretty strong weapons, it seems like it's quite a bit of a grind as well, though, is the case. Like, absurdly so. Hello, Guzma. I did indeed, yes. And now I just have the final boss left. I'm just getting skills, and I'm gonna take on the final boss, and then hopefully finish off Fire Emblem Engage. We'll see here. Let's turn on the next theme. We're just listening to some epic final boss themes while, you know, preparing here. We just listened to Octopath Traveler 2's a second ago before Age of Calamity. I was actually about to turn on Champions of the Continent ones. Let's see here. Octopath Traveler Champions of the Continent final boss OST. I was actually listening to it earlier today with work. It's so good. Battle against the one who bestowed everything. There's a chance I might get copyrighted for this, but I don't care. It's a banger. You know. What was I working on? That's what I was working on here. Alright, let's see here. Duke's your main and your go-to man when facing hard missions. His weapon is like 211 damage. Nice. Only played the Wii U version, not even DLC nor 3DS. Yeah, if I had known it was all coming to the Switch, I wouldn't have done either of those, but me and my ignorance. Doesn't this slap so much? Had normal 3DS, so you're singled out by that release? Oh. Big sad there. I don't think that it was that one new 3DS exclusive? I know that it ran a lot better on the new 3DS. You know. Isn't the case. I mean, I guess I could literally pull it out of my shelf and find out. Because I just remember that I picked up a new 3DS along with Xenoblade Chronicles. That was how I first experienced Xenoblade Chronicles. Was that way. But yeah, did she's the funny evil man? Yeah, I did indeed there. Well, thanks. I think that you're probably referring to an earlier map that I was stumped on, but I got through all of them then. But yeah, let's see here. There's an RPG with an absolute banger of a final boss. Can't remember the game right now. Isn't that so many games though? But yeah, totally was a banger when it came out. Yeah, I've heard it before. I heard it shortly after it came out because I was staying on top of the music of Champions of the Continent because it absolutely slaps. You know. Track's called The One Who Gathers the Stars at Night. Okay, we can look that up after this. But isn't this so good, too? Fast-paced guitar bit is the best. It's pretty darn good.
So sorry.
Speaking of guitar bits, I promise I haven't forgotten about, like, recording guitar stuff for you, Guzma. I've just been busy with things. Like rearranging the posters in my room. Isn't it beautiful right now? Yeah, isn't it good? This is for a mobile app. I played like the first 3 initial stories of this game on my phone, but I don't really like freemium games and gacha games and stuff like that, so I didn't really play past that. And my software that let me stream to my computer there stopped working. So I didn't get much farther than that. But holy crap, it has to be like one of, if not the best freemium app OST I've heard. So good. I mean, there's some pretty good soundtracks in free games, to be fair.
I am Roy.
No.
I'm looking forward to this.
So good. Yeah. Absolutely slaps here. By the way, Guzma, I've now beaten Octopath Traveler 2 main game. I still have not beaten Galdera, and I was unsure if I wanted to do so. But, like, my levels should be fine. I just needed to, you know, get the right setup and stuff. So I've been working on that a little bit off camera recently, just changing around like my party composition a little bit and like my summonable beasts on Ochette and stuff to get to a point that I should hopefully be strong enough to beat Galdera. But I was thinking about like just holding off until you're here for frag, and then you can give it a go, I can give it a go. We can just try to finish it off there. But I've been making a little bit of grinding progress in Octopath 2 off camera in preparation for that. But if you like that idea, we could try to finish off Octopath Traveler 2 at frag. You know, because I was thinking that that's something that you might get a kick out of. Let's see here. Yeah, let's do this here. Posters thing remind you of the super cool Sonic poster you had up on your wall like 8 months ago that fell on your face while you were asleep and just never hanged it again because of laziness. Yeah, my big one that used to be in the corner there fell in the night. Luckily I wasn't sleeping on the couch here or anything because it would have fallen on my face. But yeah, that's not great there. Hey, how Galdera is a lot stronger than Octopath 2. Same. But yeah, it's at the top of your shelf, folded and alone. Bad for disturbing your sleep at 4 a.m. That's its punishment. But yeah, we can certainly give it a go there. I've been doing some research into some ways that you can cheese things over. And one of the, and I haven't seen much in the way of like, I haven't seen much online in the way of summonable monsters, but I found out through some digging, even though it says in very few places that this is the case. I got a Dreadwing, I believe it is, and when you summon a Dreadwing, it does a wind attack on all enemies on the field, and it has a 20% chance with every hit of killing weaker enemies. So it seems like phase 1, all the souls surrounding the eye, the strat is to basically summon provoke beasts. Like, if you do it with max boost, you can summon 6 beasts in 1 turn, including just doing the Dreadwing 6 times. And then just crossing your fingers for good RNG after all those hits that the souls die, and then you can attack the eye without having to worry about, like, dealing with the souls. So, and I tested it out a little bit on the way to work this morning in the car. That was the case. Obviously as passenger, not driver. And it seems like it works. You just need to build up BP a lot to, you know, be able to pull that off. But Ochette can just one-shot the souls like that. Just spam it so much and get good RNG, you know? Like, if you're doing it 6 times and each hit is a 20% chance, it's not the worst odds in the world. But, you know, Hot Take personally loved this version of his theme better than his remix in one of the final boss phases, which you remind you has 7 phases plus a victory lap phase. What, you mean like the boss rush? Or no, you're saying, in Champions of the Continent, it has that many phases or something like that? Because it would have been technically 10 phases if you count the boss rush
I
in
am
one.
here.
Stuff like that.
I am Veronica.
But yeah,
welcome
I do
you.
quite like this theme of his too. Is pretty slap. Is pretty good here. If you count like boss rush stuff in one. In Octopath 1, there's an 8-boss rush and then a 2-phase final boss with like, you know, I guess a healing break between, but you can't exactly back out. Champions of the Continent 7 phases. Is it like a boss rush, or does the one boss actually have 7 phases with no break in between? Because
Ivy.
I'm definitely
Crown
like,
Princess
I've always had
Ivy.
the thought in the back of my mind, like, if I ever have the time, would I go back to Champions of the Continent? But if it's a freemium gacha game and the final boss is 7 phases, it's like, yeah, I don't think I'm beating that. You know? And I can't just like cheaty peat myself infinite bond fragments like in this. If I want to, you know, get ahead a little bit. Because it's a mobile game. Yeah, that's what it seems like, huh?
I am here.
Oh man, this is so
I am
annoying.
Veronica. I welcome you.
At least I get to share my pain of, despite the fact that I can get any skill I want with this setup, it still takes so long just because of the way this game is designed. I feel like Engage is kind of like Three Houses, where I started out loving it, but as it's gone on, I've disliked it more and more. Still a dang fine video game, but man, I have my fair share of things that I'd be able to complain about with this video game. Like, holy crap, man. You're already maxed with the Roy anyway. I don't know how many units I'm gonna bring coming up here. I probably should have checked that first. First phase where he actually shows his god form, the second phase where he actually becomes a thing that looks exactly like Altair form. And like, thankfully, by the way, you can save it after the second phase. Okay, so there's that at least. Alright, this is long. We've already been listening to this for 7 minutes. The video is 9 minutes. What was the thing, Bob?
You wake up so early.
The one who gathers stars at night.
More time to train. It's important to move your body.
Stars in the night?
Wanna go
Is
for a
what
jog?
the common search result thing is? Eyes that gaze into the next. No, don't recommend me Bravely Default 2 music. I don't wanna listen to it. Wait, the ones who gather stars in the night. Oh, it is Bravely Default 2 music. It's another theme there. Honestly, I hate Bravely Default 2 as a game, but my goodness, it's one of the best OSTs that I've ever listened to. It's so amazing. I'm probably gonna get copyrighted at this point anyway. I guess we can turn on you know, the Bravely Default 2 OST, because I know I get copyright for these. Was the case. I hate that game so much, but my god, it's one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard. Like, Revo is such a musical genius. That's like the one saving grace there. Like, I would honestly pay full price for just having that soundtrack in my life, because it's so good. Too bad it's copyright, so I don't play it on stream very often. So, which one is this one specifically? The one who gathers stars in the night? This is the final boss theme, I'm fairly certain. Yeah, eyes that gaze into the Nexus. Yeah, and then this is the one that becomes like the 4 characters' leitmotifs and stuff. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get copyright claimed for this, whatever. I don't care about having monetization on every random playthrough part, so it's fine. We'll get copyright claimed for the sake of a slapper. Who was I? It is so good. It is probably one of my all-time favorite soundtracks, even if I despise the game. Let's see here. Make a video on Engage, 8 of your Pokemon video and loved it. If I have the time, I will. I have started working on a
I
script,
worked up a pretty good sweat.
but we'll see if I have the time. You know. Yeah, I actually kind of wanted to snatch a copy of the game after hearing the final boss theme. I would honestly really recommend Bravely Default and Bravely Second on the 3DS. Those games I love. Those are great. I really do not like Bravely Default 2. Like, gameplay-wise, it's a bit of a mess. Story-wise, it's what the heck is even going on half the time. And so many plot conveniences and things that don't even make sense, you know? But the music, my god, the music. So good. Like, every theme is just such a banger. So, Revo did the OST for Bravely Default, and then they brought on someone else for Bravely Second. And then for Bravely Default 2, they brought back Revo. And my god, it's so good. So bad about Bravely Default 2? I've done this ramble before. Would you like details? In fact, I think I have literal parts of other playthroughs that are titled that. Because I could give like a short version of my ramble here. But if you want to hear my full ramble, I think I have full videos on my ramble. I'm pretty sure I did it during Pokemon Coliseum. Here, let's see. Because there would be my full version at least. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, I did Pokemon Coliseum earlier this year. Where's the part that's called like the Bravely Default 2 ramble? Here it is. So about Bravely Default 2 again, part 22. Because I ramble about my hatred for this game sometimes. Here, if you ever want to have a listen to it, it's that video there. But the short version here is the gameplay in the Bravely series is one where it's like you can set primary jobs for each of your characters. I love these leitmotifs. You can set primary jobs for each of your 4 characters and secondary jobs. You can also set different skills from various different jobs, and all in all, there's a lot of customizability. And that's something that I really liked about Bravely Default and Bravely Second, is that, you know, if you could put together like your own cool build, chances are you'd be able to, you know, get through no matter what you made, as long as it seems like something that makes sense in your head. That would be you know, something that would work. Like, some builds might take a little bit more grinding than others, but the fun of it was in finding your own solutions to things. Bravely Default 2 just kind of expects you to make completely different team setups for every single boss. If you don't have a specific setup, get screwed. Especially because of the whole counter system. One of the things that they introduced to Bravely Default 2 was counters that bosses will have, such as physical damage counter. Oh, you hit the boss with a physical attack? Now they're just gonna hit your entire party with an attack that does like half their health and blinds everyone. You know, for example. It's like, well, I guess the game expects me to reclass all my physical characters to magic for this one boss. Or let's say you're healing with white magic or something like that. Some bosses will just straight up have white magic counter. And it's like, oh, you healed? As punishment for healing, let's just kill the character that healed them. You know, just by the nature of that counter. It's like, really? It's just so annoying. You know, you have to work around these counters. And I guess that can be fun for those that do, you know, that do want to do like builds specifically around that. But, you know, it's not like you really need to think all that strategically in depth to make these builds. It's just that you need to do the thing that counters the one specific thing that the boss does, which is usually a very simple solution there. It's not like finding some next level super crazy combination strategy like was being done in, you know, the last map of Fire Emblem Engage here. It's usually like the boss blinds you, put on something that prevents blindness. The boss is doing physical counter, take away all your physical units and turn them into magic units instead. You know, it's the strategic equivalent of a toddler putting blocks into holes to see like what shape matches what. It's not real strategy, in my opinion. It's just a way for people to feel like they're strategizing when it's really just, you know, simple solution there. But the fun of the previous games is making your own builds. So basically being required to switch things around is just not fun. Taking the time in the menus to switch everything around just for this one boss and then switch it back to the thing that you like, that you designed yourself. It's just not really that great there. Who do I want to also level up here in the meantime? Or something. I guess I can do this. So there's the gameplay stuff that I have the biggest issues with. Oh, also, the Bravely Default and Bravely Second titles was just like, you would select the moves for all 4 of your characters at once, and then everyone would act according to their speed. In Bravely Default 2, everyone, there is nothing like that. You're only selecting actions with 1 unit at a time, and who that's gonna be is based on like the turn order there. If you're playing something like Octopath Traveler or Octopath Traveler 2 or whatever, there will be a clear turn order at the top of the screen. Like, this character of yours goes, then this enemy, then this enemy, then this character of yours, then this character of yours. And here's what the next turn looks like. It previews the next turn. The turn tracker of Octopath Traveler is amazing. It lets you plan things out so well. There's nothing like that in Bravely Default 2. The closest thing to a turn tracker is a little bar under each of the characters that, when it's filled up, your ally moves. Which would be fine in a game with like a real-time combat system if you're playing something like Final Fantasy VII, where, you know, once the character is charged up on a time-based thingamabob, then you get to act with them. But it's turn-based, so, you know, the bar just moves a smidge each turn, and it's not always going to be completely accurate to what turn order it's going to be because of characters' different speeds. So if you have a character that's bars like halfway, and another character that's bars like this, a lot smaller, then by the time the next turn rolls on, you'd think that this character with the mid bar would go first, but by the time the next turn rolls around, maybe they're at like 75%, but this character with the really high speed is actually at 90%, and they're gonna move first. So it's like, man, they really put in like the laziest possible option they could have for a turn tracker, and it doesn't even function properly because of the disproportionate speed across your party. So you can't even plan things out and strategize because of that. So, like, you can a little bit, and it'll show like an exclamation point on enemies when they're about to attack, something I didn't realize until like the end of my playthrough, because I don't know if the game ever mentioned it. So I was just guessing when my enemies would act. So that was the that was that. That's my big gameplay complaints. How long have we been listening to this? 7 minutes. Let's listen to Asterisk Battle. Bravely default to all the Asterisk Battle themes slap. Which one is my favorite? Let's see here. Was it 2? Let's see here. Battle with Villains?
I always do my best.
Nope, not that one.
The matches to come.
What about 3? Or Battle with Those We Must Face? Hold on, let's see here. Battle against the ones we inevitably confront. Is it this one? Yes. Such a slapper. Love it so much. And then story-wise, it's very odd and nonsensical. Some slight spoilers here. Not like it matters because I don't think the story is very good. Very beginning of the game, there's, as a lot of stories will go, like a mentor figure that's guiding you along. Sir Sloan is his name. And then the big bad Adam starts coming after you because he wants the wind crystal that you have because he's trying to get all these crystals and do some big bad thingamabob. So he's coming after you and trying to kill you because you have the wind crystal. And then Sir Sloan is like, go and I'll hold him off. Like the mentor sacrificing himself thingamabob after the introduction of the game. And they do this battle and, you know, there's not a scratch on either of them. And then, and the bad guy, Adam, already has the wind crystal. And I guess it's just deciding that he wants to kill the party because, like, for fun or something like that, even though he already has what he needs as Sir Sloan is holding him off. And then, this is the funniest part of the playthrough. Then Sir Sloan becomes Sir Explode, and he freaking kamikazes himself into Adam, explodes, and Adam just emerges from the explosion without a single scratch on his body, no damage at all, like no wince of pain. He's just like, huh, that was weird. I guess I could pursue that party now that, you know, that guy exploded, but I don't feel like it anymore. I'm leaving. You know, so they couldn't even do the bare minimum of like, I'm injured by this. I would pursue the party and kill them so I don't have to deal with them later. But due to my injuries, I can't right now. I have to retreat. Like, have Sir Explode's sacrifice actually mean something. But no, he just emerges with those scratches like, yeah, I'm not gonna pursue them because I don't feel like it anymore. I changed my mind. You took the fun out of it by exploding, I guess, or something. It's so dumb. And then the other one of my, another one of my least favorite plot points in it is when you're confronting Adam along with this, oh man, I don't even remember what her name is, but this one evil fairy that's working with Adam and is apparently manipulating Adam into doing evil things and stuff like that. And they're deciding that they're gonna do evil things together. So you beat up Adam on his airship. And then the evil fairy is like, well, I guess you got defeated. I'm just gonna get out of here and keep on doing evil things on my own. And then Adam, as the airship's exploding, he gives you the wind crystal. I was like, you must stop her. You must bring an end to her plot. Dude, you were just working with her a minute ago and literally nothing has happened to change your mind. Why are you telling us to stop the person that you were just working with? It doesn't make any sense. I thought you were on the same side. There's no indication of why his mind would have been changed. Nothing. Nada. But he's just like, yes, you must stop her for some reason. And gives you the wind crystal. It doesn't make any sense. And then when you eventually go to fight that boss, the evil fairy there, who is like a very important character, having a relationship to one of the main characters, like that, you know, an established connection there. That makes her an important character throughout the entire plot. Like, you hear about her a decent bit throughout the entire plot before you eventually face her. Like, she's a big plot point. She's not the actual final boss, but then after you defeat her, / like run away from her because weird things with the way the plot goes, the game just completely forgets about her and she's never mentioned again. Like, this character that, like, one of the character's motivations in Bravely Default 2 is seeking out this character that turns out to be the evil fairy. But the moment that, you know, we don't have to deal with her as a boss anymore and she dies, she gets forgotten about and never mentioned again for the entire rest of the game. And then the actual way that they handle the final boss in the story, my god. The Dark Nexus, or whatever the heck. You face it once, but you're not strong enough to defeat it. So you run away and you decide that you're gonna go get help from the fairies and they're gonna tell you how to defeat the Dark Nexus. So you run away from the Dark Nexus, you go to the fairy village, and they say, all right, we'll help you to defeat the Dark Nexus. There's something like deep in the caves below the sacred tree or whatever the heck that'll help you defeat the Dark Nexus. So go there and claim it and it'll help you out. So you trek all the way to the bottom underneath that tree, and what's there? Surprise! It's the Dark Nexus! And that's where you fight the true final boss. The thing that helps you defeat the final boss is apparently the final boss. You get nothing in that tree that actually helps you defeat the final boss. You get nothing that boosts your power, but somehow by doing it underneath here, as opposed to wherever you were fighting before, I don't even remember, somehow bestows you with the emotional strength in order to beat it. And I don't know why the fairies were saying go to the bottom of that tree and it'll give you something that'll help you win. But you just go there and re-fight the final boss. How did it get here? It doesn't make any sense. Like, the story is just how to make a story not make sense at every single twist and turn 101. It makes me so mad. Because, you know, while the story of Bravely Default and Bravely Second weren't exactly masterpieces per se, they were still good and enjoyable. But, man. And the characters in them were really good. But in Bravely Default 2, Seth is the character that you play as, is just like the most generic protagonist ever. Every single character, whenever they refer to him or give him compliments, do it in like the most generic way that could apply to any protagonist in like any story ever. You know, I guess because you can name him anything you want, not just Seth, and it's meant to be like yourself that you're projecting on there. Gloria, the princess of this fallen kingdom there, I thought that she would have a character arc of realizing that, you know, she doesn't need to keep on serving this kingdom that doesn't exist anymore. She can go on to, like, live her own life however she wants, and it was leading up like she would have an arc like that. No, she stays exactly the same throughout the entire plot and stays devoted to her fallen kingdom there. Elvis and Adele are a bit more interesting, but, you know, not really enough to carry it, I don't think. Man. Apparently the doggy wants to come downstairs. I'll be back in a second. Alright, I basically gave most of my full Bravely Default 2 rants anyway. One of the best soundtracks I've ever heard, but man, that game sucks. Return. I will say one saving grace for the story of Bravely Default. That chapter 3 actually had a pretty interesting story. That's it. that's all I'm giving it. Oh yeah, and that one's there. The doggy still has enough space. I'm getting warm, so I'm taking this off. Alright. Bravely Default 2. All battle themes, but we're gonna turn this off in a hot second anyway. Where's the one thing, Bob, that I want to listen to here? Which Asterisk battle is this? I think this first one that really slaps here. Yeah, I believe this one, because I'll get a few more skills and stuff. And I can, this one goes really hard. And turn this on. Oh, wrong one there. I need, what, did I have a higher one? Was it this one? It was that one. Okay, cool. Was that one there? He'll probably come back in a hot second. Anyway, there's my Bravely Default 2 ramble again. But yeah, let's see here. If you ever hacked your 3DS or managed to get Stitcher working on PC, guess you'll play those two games. My Bravely Default 2 like the plague. If you decide to. So many people that I've seen play the game say that it's like amazing, this is great, but I'm just like, how? Did you play the same video game that I did? I don't get it. And it sucks because I love Bravely Default, you know? And I really wanted to like that game, but I just can't. Yeah, next team is absolutely one of the best VGM there is in VGM history. Oh yeah, it's so good. It's so good. Hold on. Anyone else I want to level up here quickly while we're doing crap? Is there any other skills that I want? Something or other? I mean, for the sake of having chain attacks and stuff like that. Hold on. Let me check my spreadsheet here. And figure out what skills would be good for Goldmere if I do decide to bring her to do chain attacks and stuff like that. Hold on, let's see here. I'm gonna look at my skill list, and sometime when I'm done with this playthrough, I will release my spreadsheet like I've kept on saying that I would for so long. I know this is long overdue. Just to look through the list of skills here and see if there's anything that would be good for my chain attack supporter or something here. Wasn't there something that increased the accuracy? Am I just thinking weird stuff with Lucina being engaged there? Cause yeah, I don't know if there would be stuff. I guess I can, for the sake of hexing, you know, start leveling up here as I look through. Maybe I'll get Roy's hold out, just so that I can hex and not die.
I'm looking forward to this.
No, could be good.
Sorry that you stood no chance.
There's dual assist plus to be able to chain attack from farther. This is the part that I love of this theme. It's so good. For anyone that loves video game music, I would so highly recommend check out the music of Bravely Default though, because it's so good. Or Bravely Default 2. Bravely Default, Bravely 2nd, Bravely Default 2, Bravely Default 2, best OST. For sure. Alright. And I could give dual assist to a bunch of units actually. Potentially. I mean, again, it depends on how many units we're bringing in. I can only dance for so many. So I should probably just load up a whole bunch with dual assist. What we should probably do. Alright, now let's move on to Asterisk Battle 4-2 from 4-1. But I think 4-1 is my favorite because of that one bit that it goes through. What were other things here that slap? I guess I can do the other Asterisk Battle. Or here's Asterisk Battle 6. This is the Memories one? Yeah. This one's pretty good too.
Sorry that you stood
This
no
one's
chance.
pretty darn good too. Anything else that'd be handy here? Weapon Sync Plus. I don't think you're going to be doing much damage apart from chain attack, so I don't think that matters. I don't believe. Does this theme seem quieter than the others? Am I going crazy?
Prepare to be awestruck.
Yeah, I don't know if
My
there's
name
other
is
skills
Corn.
here that would really
Ready
help
to
me.
fight.
There's Anima Focus, which I believe that I can pair with Draconic Hex. I believe. I would need to use Fire someone along with Anima Focus. Is that... Hold on. Is Anima Focus the thing that I get straight up? Because I can give that to one of the winds or something then. What I can do. Assuming that, you know, Nil wouldn't just kill him immediately. You know? Hold on. Let's see here.
Apologies
So,
in advance for the
emblems. If I go check
devastation.
out Soren,
I am Lucina.
that one
Let's
is,
see what you can do.
Anima Focus is at level 4. Dang it.
I'm sorry
So I
that you
need to
stood
give
no
Soren to
chance.
someone else. Saline. Maybe Saline can hex and fire then, or something. Because yeah, that would decrease your defense by 3 with the Anima Focus and 4 with Draconic Hex. I'm fairly certain, for a total of -7. Which for as tanky as Mr. Dudo sounds like he's gonna be,
Prepare to
probably be good to
awestruck.
do here. You know.
Lucina, Princess of Elise.
Yeah. So we can
has
inflict
arrived.
defense -3, hit -20, or a -2.
Sorry that you
Defense
stood no
-3 is
chance.
definitely the one to go with there. Is definitely the case. I wonder if I could use Camilla to put, like, smoke on him. Is that a thing that I can do? Like, will it actually affect him? How much can I cheese him over? Because I'm gonna need as much cheese as I can get my hands on, you know?
Apologies
Definitely
in
the case
advance
here.
for the devastation.
And yeah, Reprisal is gonna be, like, my best
Lucina.
damage boost.
Spark.
But I might need to pair it with Holdout to I hit
Sorry
really
that
low.
you stood no chance.
Oh, die. Alright. I think I might have an idea of what I'm doing here, though. I might just. Alright, but yeah, some dual assist things.
Goldberry, humble soldier of
Because,
Elise.
yeah, you would be good
Lucina,
to
Princess
stuff here
of
with.
Elise has arrived.
So maybe I
Sorry
keep
that you
Draconic
stood no
Hex
chance.
on Saline, and then she can get Anima Focus and Draconic Hex at the same time and get that -7 on deck. You know, make him open to attack and stuff. Could be nice. Alright, and then my other backup units that I'd be bringing along. Okay, you're already maxed there. Nope, I backed out too far here. Let's see here. So then... Come on, there he is. I'm just so blind, man. Yeah, if we can get a
I
few
won't
dual
go
assists
easy on
around,
you just because we're allies.
you know, would be
I'm
nice.
Lucina. Let's see what you can do.
I'll probably still
Which
bring
one?
Lucina on CL just for being able to chain it. Well, if the final boss can even be chain attacked. It might have one of those stupid skills where it's like, you're gonna get chain attacked. Which I think is the thing in this game. I don't know, it's been a while since I faced, you know, a boss that's like that, so I remember for sure. Find out here shortly. If I manage to cheese this, I can probably do it in not that much time, so I am gonna try to beat this tonight. Like, oh yeah, I gotta get some sleep for work tomorrow, as it oftentimes is. I'm squeaking in these streams where I can get them, trying to get these projects done. I'm sure I can do it tonight. I just wish there was a fast way to do this, because this is so bad. No. And then I need to also inherit skills. Dang it. But yeah, this was the doggy camp. Yeah, I brought down the doggy here a little bit ago. Just in case, and she likes relaxing down here. One of the picture frames is kind of in the way, but I want to keep my set the way that it is for my Minecraft series recording, where I want, you know, stuff like this. So, but I guess we're space still. Space. Still enough space here. All right, strong bond and all that. All right, one more here. Let's see here. But the first thing of the final boss. Kind of want to listen to. Maybe listen to some other Bravely Default themes.
Crown Prince of Brodia.
Bravely Default final boss OST.
Let's see what you
Isn't
can
half
do.
bad as either. I think I prefer the Bravely Default 2 final boss theme, but Serpent Eating the Ground is pretty good too. 2 million views, huh? So a lot of people have heard this final boss theme. It seems like a lot of people most certainly have. Yeah. Maybe try getting bigger damage dealers that aren't my backup units, and my backup units can do that, assuming the final boss is actually susceptible to it. You know, any other backup units that I'd be using here? Not backup unit, or covert. And that one thing for Bob. Wouldn't be bringing the Munchkin. Yeah, I guess that's the best that I can do, I think. Alright. Because I've had this crash in places like this before. So it's safe. Oh, wow. Then we inherit some skills. So let's see here. Anything that's important here? I think I inherited the important things. Wouldn't need Lance power. Yeah, I'm fairly certain I inherited the important things on my unit. Yeah, I even have the assist plus stuff. Oh yeah, my weird unit order. Let's see here. Are there any skills that I wanted here? I guess I'll grab it for fun. And this, and this. Thank goodness for infinite SP. Is there anything that I needed here? I don't believe, but this doesn't really matter, but I'm inheriting it anyway. Just in case. The option there in the back. Alright, and then did I unlock anything new here on you? I guess there was the, yep. That. Okay, backed out too far. Hit it too many times again. Okay. Saphir here. You don't use a sword. Just a habit, I guess. Yeah, so most of the important things already. Okay. Waiting for this to go into, like, the cooler part of the music. That's what I'm waiting for. Okay, give me that. I don't think I'm ever using that, but whatever. I'll, you know, grab it anyway. Sure, grab some more things, just in case I ever feel like using them. Give me that reprisal. Okay. There we go. Now we go into the cooler part. I guess in case I want it. Such good music, man. So yeah, it should be the same composer. the last final boss theme that we heard. I pressed it too many times again. But I did. Oh, I don't think there's anything important on Celica. I don't believe. I mean, I guess I can do this. You can use a sword, after all. Just in case I ever want to use them. Just in case, may as well unlock them. That reprisal plus. Yeah, so things take a little while. Grab that. Then I guess I can snag this in case I end up using it. Grab those, why not? Can't do that, but I can grab that. Then here. Assist. And then reprisal. Okay. And for other units that I may use. Yeah, there's the lance power and stuff. Guess I can grab this, but I'd probably be using lance anyway. Would be the case. Here comes the cool part. Such a slapper. Final boss of that game is so dang hard. And then there's the final boss, Octopath 2, Bravely Default 2, which was a joke considering I used the overpowered Beastmaster and caught a lot of beasts for infinite stat boosts. Still don't know how they let that slide in the game. Still don't know how they said, yes, this is good to ship, this seems balanced. Just run Beastmaster and easy win. So silly. Just forgot to mention that about my gameplay ramble earlier. The Beastmaster job has a skill called Creature Comforts. I like to call it Comfort Animals, which increases your stats based on how many creatures you've captured. And there's no cap, which means if you just farm capturing beasts, you can just max out your stats for free with enough patience. It's so dumb. So every single one of my characters was either in or secondary Beastmaster. Just because it would basically double their stats compared to if they were in anything else. What a silly video game. But yeah. My chat broken? Oh, there we go. But yeah, I'm playing Pokemon. That's what happens. Boost up all your stats and stuff. Alright, give me this reprisal. I should be good to face the final boss here shortly. Hopefully I'm not too tired tomorrow. I'm probably gonna shoot past the time that, you know, I get a full sleep and stuff. I'll probably set up my skills when we're actually in there. Because then I can see exactly what we're dealing with and plan things out. How my units I'm gonna use. You know. Oh, no, wrong thing. No, it's Fell Xenologue, not Divine Paralogs. Well, nice finale of that. Would have been timed perfectly if I went to a gosh dang thing. Dang it. We have one map left, and we win. I'm done with Engage, and no more. I'll play some Blazing Blade at some point. Man. My, oh my. Well. Load on you. We depart the right way this time. Fell Xenologue. Let's go do the final map in this game. Unless we want to do, like, the highest level Tempest Trial, but I'm pretty done with this game, you know, is the case. When I was in the middle of my playthrough, I thought, oh yeah, I totally will. Definitely not. Fell Xenologue 6, Fallen Somniel. Oh, that sounds cool. Having lost Nell and the bracelets, the Divine Dragon journeys to a once floating island to find it. Oh, that was once floating island. Okay, let's do it.